Hey preschoolers, it's Miss Annie again. And this week, we are talking about my house and my family. Some of you have different kinds of families. Some of you might live with your grandma. You might live with just your dad. You might live with your mom and your dad. You might live with just your mom. You might live with another grown-up. It doesn't really matter who is in your family. You have a family, and your family is the people who take care of you, the grown-ups who take care of you and who love you. So I am here to read a special book that I really like. It's called And Tango Makes Three. Do you see these cute little penguins here? And this is Tango. Okay, I love this book. This book is by Justin Richardson. That is the person that wrote this book. And the person who drew the pictures is Peter Parnell. This is such a fun book. Here we go. In the middle of New York City, there's a great big park called Central Park. Children love to play there. It has a toy boat pond where they can sail their boats. There's the park. It also has a zoo. Every day, families of all kinds go to visit the animals that live at the zoo. Have you ever been to a zoo? We have one that's pretty close to Vashon. If you take the boat to Tacoma, you can go to the zoo. I love going to the zoo. But children and their parents aren't the only families at the zoo. The animals make families of their own. There are red panda families. There are bear families. There are monkey dads. And there are noisy monkey babies, and there are toad families. There's the toad. There are all kinds of animal families at the zoo. In the penguin house, there are penguin families. Every year at the very same time, the girl penguins start noticing the boy penguins, and the boy penguins start noticing the girl penguins. And when they find the right penguin, they become a couple. A couple means two penguins who are together. They like each other. They take care of each other. Two penguins in the penguin house were a little bit different. One was named Roy. The other was named Silo. Roy and Silo were both boys, but they did everything together. They bowed to each other, they danced to each other, they sang to each other, and they swam together. They didn't spend much time with the other penguins. Instead, Roy and Silo wound their necks around each other. Their keeper, Mr. Gramsci, noticed the two penguins, and he thought to himself, those two penguins must love each other. They're giving each other a hug. Hugs feel so nice. I love that. Roy and Silo watched how the other penguins made a home, so they built a nest of stones for themselves. Every night, Roy and Silo slept together just like the other penguins did. There's their home. Do you see? They have rocks. They made a little nest out of rocks. And every morning, Roy and Silo woke up together. But one day, Roy and Silo saw that the other couples could do something they could not. The mama penguin would lay an egg. She and the papa penguin would take turns keeping the egg warm until finally it would hatch. And then there would be a baby penguin. Do you see the baby penguin? Aw, so fluffy and cute. It came out of the egg. Let's gonna happen next. But Roy and Silo did not have an egg to sit on and keep warm. They had no baby chick at all. Their nest was nice, but it was a little bit empty. There's no egg in their nest. One day, Roy found something that looked like what the other penguins were hatching, and he brought it to the nest. It was actually just a rock, but Silo carefully sat on it, thinking that it might be an egg. He sat and he sat and he sat. When Silo got sleepy, he slept, and when Silo was done sleeping and sitting, he swam and Roy sat. And day after day, Silo and Roy sat on that rock. But nothing happened because it wasn't an egg, it was a rock. They look a little bit sad. They're like, why isn't my egg hatching? Then Mr. Gramsci got an idea. He found an egg that needed to be cared for, and he brought it to Roy and Silo's nest. Because Roy and Silo really wanted to take care of an egg and have a baby chick. Roy and Silo knew just what to do. They moved the egg to the center of their nest, and every day they turned it, so each side stayed warm. Some days, Roy sat while Silo went for food, and other days it was Silo's turn to take care of the egg. They sat in the morning, they sat at night. They sat and sat and sat on the nest. Until one day they heard a sound coming from inside their egg. Peep, 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 it said. They looked and they looked. First there was a little crack, and then it got bigger and 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 bigger, and pop! Out of the egg came a little, very cute baby penguin. She had fuzzy white feathers and a funny black beak. Now Roy and Silo were fathers. We'll call her Tango, Mr. Gramsci decided, because it takes two to make a tango. Roy and Silo taught Tango how to sing for them when she was hungry, and they fed her food from their beaks, and they snuggled her in their nest at night. Aw, they're taking care of their little baby. Soon Tango got strong enough that she could leave the nest. Roy and Silo took her out for a swim, and all the children who came to the zoo could see Tango and her two dads playing in the penguin house with the other penguins. Hooray, Roy! Hooray, Silo! Welcome, Tango. And at night, the three penguins returned to their nest. They were a family. There they snuggled together, and like all the other penguins in the penguin house and all the other animals in the zoo and all the families in the big city around them, they went to sleep. Good night, Tango. Isn't that a good book? I love that book. It just shows you that everybody has a family, and everybody's family is a little bit different. In my family, I have 2 kids, and I have 1 husband, someone who lives with me, who is in our family, and I have a mom and a dad, and we have a grandma who comes to visit us sometimes. That's what our family is like. And we also have animals, which we consider our family. We have chickens, and we have frogs, and we have 1 cat. So that's what's in our family. So I would like you this week to be thinking, who is in my family? You're going to get a chance to draw your house, and you're going to get a chance to draw or glue on your family inside your house. And you're going to try to think, what does my family look like? And who lives with me in my house? okay? Thanks for watching, friends. We'll see you next time. Bye.